Stop doing that.
I can't help it.
We're live.
Thank you for telling me this time.
You're welcome.
As you see, it's just down to two. But we're gonna jump into this thing because we got things to talk about. So let's get it. Welcome back. Welcome back to Nothing But,
Answers.
the place to come to get all the answers that you need. Look on the screen. We got all the answers. If you need it, we got it. If I don't got it, she got it. If she don't got it, I got it. If we don't got it, guess what? We got it. I mean, that sounds about right to me. So, hey, L, how's your week?
It was pretty good. I can't complain. Just working and trying to fit everything that needs to be done in a day is tiresome.
We definitely need more hours in a day because I can't fit everything I need in 24 hours. Mm. My week was good. It's really cold outside. I think it's
It
winter.
is not cold.
I think it's winter. I think we jumped right to winter. It's crazy. I had a snowball fight this morning,
It
taking my
did
daughter to
not.
school. It was crazy. She hit me with a big snowball. I was like, "Oh, stop!" You know, so we were gonna go sledding, but we didn't have enough time. We didn't have time to go sledding, so um, I just think that very interesting, very interesting. Um, what's up this week? Anything this week? And we hope they follow us over here as well. But
I'm sorry,
um,
what?
I heard me talking. It's a doppelganger. Two places at one time. Anything this week? Anything you saw?
Oh, the Judge Mathis thing
Right, right. I did see some
came
stuff.
out that,
Mhm.
he was spending too much time away and I found that interesting.
Right. Thank
That
him for
it
working.
Oh my god. It's more than that. You know what I
No.
mean? Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Mm-mm. He said that he was working a lot. He moved out there. He was having long hours of work, and he wasn't home. Well, that's what he said in the airport, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah,
seen
I'm
like
talking
things there.
about it's more than just working to her. It's feeling neglected. It's
Right,
not
because he's working.
you know what?
I wonder how big their house was, Lee. It was big enough that he had to work all the time to pay for it.
I can't with you.
No,
Their
I don't.
house is probably paid off.
Could be, but he probably has a big house, so they're probably easier to make payments. But whatever it is, right? And and he concedes like, "Yo, it's me. I wasn't doing what she asked me to do. I was working, working, working. I was, like I said, neglecting her needs, things of that nature. But hmm, I don't know, could she go with him or she didn't want to go with him? Like, how do you fix that? How do you fix when this person feels like this is work, right? It's my career, or and it's how I make money, and you want me to sit around and be with you, or just do more things with you, but I'm working.
Work a little less. He worked well over 70, 80 hours a week,
Yeah, I heard him say something like that.
which is double with a normal 9 to 5 person works.
Right.
Take
Yeah,
some of that time out to spend time with your significant other. That's all she's saying.
he probably didn't like her.
No, no. Why would you say, why would you say that?
I mean, if you like somebody, wouldn't don't you think you would want to spend time with them?
I
If you can get
mean,
away from, go ahead. I'm sorry.
pretty much. That's how I see it.
Yeah, if you can spend that much time away from someone, if they're talking about upwards of 80, 90 hours, then do you want to be with them? You know, and now that she's gone, is it more of an ego thing of him trying to get her back because it's an ego thing?
Right.
Because she's been complaining about the time and you didn't care, and you only hear now because she decided to leave. Now you're like, oh, I need to do these things.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like these are things you really want to do. You're doing it just out of response to her leaving.
Right. And he was prioritizing his friends and stuff too over your wife, which
Right.
makes no sense.
It does if you don't like her. I mean, he's only doing this now because, again, you're not spending time together like that. You're not being around each other like that. She's by herself most of the time. Meaning you're without each other for most of the time. And now you're like, oh, I don't want to change that after she didn't told me 100 times. But now that she's leaving, oh, I want my wife back. I want my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. Now you want her? That is interesting to me. It's interesting that she had to do that to get him. Now, should she want him back?
That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
That is the question. I don't know how long this has been going on, but
Right.
for me, if somebody been blatantly ignoring me or not spending time for, let's say, the past even 3 to 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, well, no. But that's me. It don't take much to say, well, no, for me.
Well, yeah, 3 to 5 years. I'd have been to Hee Haw because I'm out of there.
Gotta go.
Yeah, that's a long time. Because again, what's the point of being with somebody if you're not really in partnership? If you're by yourself all the time, or everybody yourself majority of the time, what's the point?
Right.
Just to say you have somebody, or maybe she was providing some things that he liked in the home or whatever, that he was like, all right, it's cool when I see her, but I'm not going to do anything extra. I'm not going to go out my way. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And like I said, so I really wonder, we haven't heard anything from her. I think a close friend, they said a close friend said that, there's an opportunity for him to win her back. But I don't know if I really want it. I don't think it's a genuine change. It's a change because I'm leaving.
Right.
And I don't know.
It's like it's an ultimatum at this point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And he's just trying to do whatever he can to save face at this point in the situation.
This is true too.
Now, they did inquire whether or not he was cheating, and he danced around the question.
So I didn't see that. I thought they said I saw something. They said there wasn't infidelity. It was just a lack of time. But I don't know. So I would definitely wonder if there was some cheating going on, or even entertaining other people and things of that nature. We don't know. On either side, you don't know what's going on with her. She's very quiet.
Yeah.
And usually, if a woman's going to leave, she has something already in the tuck. So
that is not the truth.
She's not leaving to nothing.
You cannot say that.
I'm just saying, from my research that I just made up.
Exactly.
Most women, when they leave, they have something in the tuck. They don't leave just to go nowhere. They leave to go to Tyrone.
Go to Tyrone, though?
Yeah. Or Jamal. Or Harris. Cleophas. They go to one of them. You don't believe that? You don't think women leave with something in the tuck?
I ain't putting my ladies out there. Just relax.
I think women move more methodical, and their move is going to be scripted in a way that when they leave, they, you know, have something to fall on top of them.
You know what?
I'm just calling it as I see it. If you don't agree, I don't know how you don't agree to that. That's pretty much facts. Again, from the
It's
studies,
not pretty much facts.
I've seen, they said 9 out of 10 women who leave a relationship.
You just
leave
made that
because-
up.
Okay, I could have just made it up, but I'm just saying they leave because they have something else to go to. That dude who's been in their inbox for 2 years talking about good morning, sweetheart. Good morning,
And as
baby.
well they should.
Okay.
As well
Very
they
interesting.
should.
Very interesting. Well, Judge Mathis, I hope you get your wife back. I don't think you should waste your time because unless he does, I would think some type of therapy or something to help him change. He's going to be the same person. You know, in a emergency situation, we can act differently. And
Exactly.
This is an emergency. You know, he's like, oh, I take it back, and that could be all ego. You know, because he don't want to lose her. Like you said, he don't want to look bad in the public eye.
I'm just wondering, in this type of situation, even if you do change, for how long is this change going to last?
Well, if it's change, I think you change for the going forth. If it's just a response or reaction to what she did, then that is not a, well, you're right. That's not a change you sustain. That's just a change for the moment. I feel like he changed for the moment right now. I mean, we caught him in the airport. So he's going back to the home because they both still live in the home from what I read. So either he's going back to the home or he's leaving the home, which is not what she wanted.
Correct.
So has he changed? It's easy to say it in front of the cameras, but the actual part of change might be the problem right now. That's tough.
Yeah.
It is cheaper to keep him from what I hear sometimes, and he might be trying to save a couple dollars.
That too.
You know, trying
that too.
No, sometimes you gotta let it go. Can you pull that meme up, please? We gotta respond. I want to respond to this live. Someone said something. I think they said something, and it's crazy.
I'm on. I'm on, Lee.
You better not talk to my friend like that.
He's yelling, I'm on.
You know what I mean? Well, when he talks, everything stops.
We don't run it like that over here. We don't do it like that
Lee,
over here, friend.
Hey, we'll wait. We can wait, Lee. You got it.
We don't run it like that, Lee.
So I saw this post, and this post kind of goes to the theme tonight, where it's like a gender war. It's men against women today. It's put each other down. He's not doing. She's not doing. He's this. She's this, and it's really a divide that's being, I think, portrayed that doesn't really reflect real life for everyone. I don't think most people are having all these negative experiences. Are some? Yes. But it's like we're taking the outliers, we're taking the things that happen not the most and making that be the focal point of things. So I see a man could spend all day with you, sleep beside you every night, tell you he loves you more than anything, and still find time to entertain the same woman he claims he doesn't know. What would that look for, Ruth?
No, just taking it all in.
Okay. So, what do you think about this comment, Lee?
Me, Lee, or Ruth Lee?
I think you wanted Lily.
Yeah.
You wanted the Lily.
I think for some it may be true. I'm not gonna say all or even most.
Right.
For select few there, this could be true. Um, but at the same time, you picked them. You picked them.
So what you got, Neil?
I agree with Lily. I think that for some, I don't think it's the majority, hopefully. But I do think that's true of some. They can be with you all day, sleep next to you all night, and still be thinking or wanting to make time for the woman that he's saying he doesn't want to spend time with. I believe it's true for some.
I mean, but that's normal for anybody, right? That could be anybody, right? That could be man or woman that this refers to, right? Mm-hmm. My thing is, what's the point of saying this? Because why we can just instead of being negative, we can be positive. Like a man could sleep with you all day, sleep beside you, whatever, and still love you and wake up loving you. You know, why aren't we promoting more of the positive in relationships than the negative, right? Like this is where I think this one, and I think I wrote it, feeds that need that some of us have. That negative need, that insecure person will see this. That insecure person will see this and be like, right, yup, he sleep right now. I bet he think about somebody, right? It just keeps you in that mindset. When you're inundated with things all day long, it definitely can creep in. And if you already have some cracks, this can help break it. And these type of means, I bet, destroy more relationships than anything, because if you start to think something and maybe you start to question, or I don't believe you or something, and the other person too be like, I'm tired of you accusing me of something I'm not doing.
Right.
So many times you're going to ask me about Barbara and I don't know Barbara. Before I'd be like, you know what, I'm done with you and Barbara. Right? You and Barbara can go to hell.
True. True. A man does get tired of that.
We have a comment, and I think it says most men do cheat. I find it funny. Y'all won't admit it. I see you emphasize the word men, and that may be true. I would agree that men that act like boys are the main cheaters. No, the men she may know are cheaters. So that if you surround yourself by cheaters, then guess what? You're going to know cheaters. If you're picking cheaters as your mate, like I said, you picked them, then that is you have a bad picker. Don't blame men as a whole, because you're terrible at this. Or maybe you're not relationship material and nobody wants you and they're going to cheat on you. I don't know what it is, but if you're dealing with a whole bunch of cheaters, I think that's about you. I mean, at a certain point, how can you blame everybody for doing something to you? It can't be everybody else. It can't be. It's impossible, right? So at a certain point, it's something to do with you. So someone said I was delusional. That's BS. Okay. So if you pick 10 people and they all cheat on you, whose fault was it? Was it 10 people?
It could be who you're picking, like you're saying. It could be the type of men you're picking, or women, vice versa. You could feel that majority is doing the same behavior because of the circles that you frequent yourself with. But that doesn't necessarily mean the masses are doing it. I think maybe, like you're saying, the masses within your circle might be doing it.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't want to believe that. I don't know. I don't want to believe it.
Well, I don't think it is. I don't think even studies don't show like the majority of men cheat. They show the majority of men don't cheat. It also, it shows, and I only speak for men.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think hubby's
open the door, something. Open the fan, turn the fan on.
Hubby's making something. See why I have to be over there and help him?
Sorry. No, it's cool. I think that once you, at a certain point, you have to start looking inward and say, why am I meeting all these cheaters? Right? You got to, because you're the constant. You're the only thing that's connecting everyone. So if you keep saying and I think that what you do to make yourself feel better, to absolve yourself from any type of reproach, is you say all men cheat. Every man cheats. That's why they all cheating on me.
Right.
No, I don't think anybody cheats. I don't think all women cheat. I don't think men or people do cheat. We understand it happens, right?
Yes.
People are though, and a cheater is going to cheat, right? Because I think some people would just leave rather than cheat. You know what I mean? I'd rather leave than cheat. When you love someone, you just don't cheat.
No. Ooh.
Oh my, the singing.
Let that go. Let that go.
Oh, let's not sing tonight. Let's not.
I'm a little hoarse.
Let's not sing tonight.
So, like I said, in this question, who's more delusional, me or the person that says all men are cheat? Yeah, all men cheat.
Yeah, I don't like
Ladies,
those all anything comments. I don't like those.
Right. So we know who's more delusional then. The woman in this comment, Danya, calling you out. The delusional will have to be you if you feel like a lot of men cheated on you, or you're around a lot of cheaters, or maybe they're cheating with you. I don't know.
He's doing so well.
No, he was on a roll.
He was doing so well.
Then he falls off. He falls off that track, and he's going so fast.
I'm just saying.
Exactly.
But these comments to me are very detrimental to relationships, to the relationship community. Right. Neil, I hope you're frozen.
This is just conspiracy.
Oh, now you're not. Because you were frozen like this.
I'm having a day. Work with me. I'm having a
frozen. So yeah, these memes are very, very. I think, and this is what we're dealing with today.
Yes, we are.
And it's making relationships very difficult to have, because people are very skeptical. People are very insecure. Like Danya said, if she really believes that all men cheat, how could she get into a relationship knowing that? Right? If you believe that, how could you be in a relationship? Unless you're accepting that this person could violate me and our relationship by going out with someone else, but I'm going to accept it and be with them. How can you be in a relationship thinking that way?
True. And I'm not saying, I'm sorry, I'm not saying this is true of Danya, but that's where the self-work has to come in and the healing, I think, before we look for these relationships, because if not, you're going to carry that feeling with you. You're going to carry that baggage with you.
But I think that's exactly what happens when you see these memes that are already, I think relationships are already shattered, right? Because we don't see any good examples of them. So all we see is this negative stuff, and we see stuff like this, and people are commenting, they're telling you in 4K, like, yo, all men cheat, or all women gold diggers, or all this. So how could you, in good faith, start a relationship with someone if these are the thoughts you have in the back of your mind?
You can't, and you shouldn't.
Right. So I see why relationships can fail. Because you already come in on uneven footing. You already come in expecting the worst. No one comes in with a clean slate, because your biases and your past, definitely, whatever luggage you may have, definitely are infiltrating the new relationship. And then you see all these memes beating you in your head about this nonsense. Leanne.
So maybe go ahead, Leanne.
Leanne, she loves these memes.
What?
I don't think so.
What?
She is no nonsense. She don't think you're gonna cheat, but she ain't got time for you to mess up.
Yeah, that's just true. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know what I mean?
am not gonna hold you.
Then maybe we need to counteract some of these negative memes with more positive relationship memes.
But I think negativity sells, let's be honest.
I know, but we still have to counteract it, regardless.
Well, we can. Like, even here, we have a pretty decent show. We don't. It's not too much nonsense on here, and it's very difficult to gain a lot of traction.
Yeah,
If we were on here, buffooning it up, talking crazy, disrespecting each other, I guarantee the views will go through the roof.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Will go through the roof. So it's tough because negativity sells. Right? Negativity sells. So it's like, how do we change that? How do we change it? Leanne, I think there was another post in the room for tonight.
Yes.
Okay, can you put that up, please? So negativity sells, and like terrible relationship sells. They're really pushing people to be alone, be by yourself. Don't trust people, right? And and the biggest thing is when you get in a relationship, you're so untrusting, you're going to mess it up. You're going to mess it up because you're going to think the person's doing something. I know you're doing something. I know you're cheating. I know you don't really like me. And at a certain point, somebody's going to get tired of that.
True.
I'm tired of that.
True.
Okay, let's see. I think Ruth posted this. Let's see what this is.
Let me see.
Protect this queen at all costs. Women are ruining good men, acting like they deserve more. Oh, yes. Yes, protect her.
To spit
Talk
on
queen.
the first date.
Oh, I don't think it matters.
What? You don't think it matters?
No.
The internet is going to comfort you heavily for this.
I think these girls that feel like the date that they take you on defines the man that they chose, they're full of crap. It's absolute BS. I think that it's a woman that's looking for the bigger, better deal, that has the audacity to say, I can't believe you want to bring me to the Cheesecake Factory. A lot of these dating scammers that literally go on a date every night just to be able to eat something, you're lucky you're eating tonight because you probably can't afford to do it yourself. These men don't give money, they give bags these days, and you can't eat that. So be grateful that you got some food, and be grateful that a man put in enough effort to take you somewhere. And that's the problem. I personally feel like that's the problem with today's day and age. Like, a lot of men are becoming lazy in dating. They're becoming lazy in the pursuit because there's no appreciation for what they do. And now women have these super high entitlement level thoughts that they deserve to be brought to freaking Bora Bora on their first date. And it's like, who are you to even ask for that? What value have you brought to that man? It's audacity. It's the audacity for me.
Audacity for me.
And on top of that, you should want to be friends with the person that you're choosing anyway. If I don't like you, I'm not going on a trip with you. I'm sorry, but Instagram photos on no. Homegirl, be grateful that man put in some effort. And you know what? The more appreciation that you choose, the better treatment you'll get.
Bar.
That's what I think.
Bar.
I don't think the amount of money matters. I think that just do something that you like. If that man likes you, you like to go. Take me salsa dancing. It's free on Wednesday nights before 10 o'clock. And then it's $10 to get in. And I would love that. Buy me a bottle of water because it does get hot and I do sweat. You know, or let's go for a walk in the park. Let's sit in a car and eat ice cream and talk about aliens. You know, like whatever it may be. But that's because are you out here just trying to go on nice dates? Or are you out here trying to get to know a person for partnership in life?
I wish I could just microphone drop.
I'm serious.
You went off. I'm just over here.
I'm just frustrated.
You saw how I was looking at you. I was just like, she's just going off.
I'm frustrated because women are ruining good men by acting like they deserve more than they do.
Damn.
A lot of these women out here really don't have nothing coming.
Damn. How do you? Okay. Well, Jesus Christ.
At least that was a straight answer.
Right.
We didn't dance around that one.
I am here serving the rest.
What do we think?
She's absolutely right.
Talk to him, Leanne. Talk to him.
She's absolutely right. I think people should be more interested in getting to know who their potential partner is than what can you give me, what can you do for me, and where are we going. It costs you nothing to have a conversation with somebody and be okay with the conversation. Be cool with the conversation, because eventually that's what your relationship is going to be sprouted from. and based on, not, oh, you gave me bags and we didn't went all these places, but I don't even know your middle name.
Mm.
I know nothing
Mm-hmm.
about you,
Right.
but we done
Yep.
did all these things. And then they'll finally make
Did
it
you
to
do
a
the
point where we
same
said
thing?
we're going to do a relationship and we don't know nothing about each other. We just two people here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally agree.
Really? Tell me more, Leo.
Totally. That's why I posted it actually, and I'm echoing what Lily is saying, because when I know it was back in the day, but when we started this whole courtship thing, I remember
Right.
vividly getting Chinese food, sitting in the car with our Chinese food, eating, chatting, getting to know each other, walking around Penn's Landing for hours, getting to know each other. These were things that were free or minimal costs, right? So that time spent did pay off because we built something stronger than superficial. Let me buy you a $500 bag. Let me take you to Bora Bora or whatever, right? Like Lee's saying, that you could do that for any number of women. But that time spent and getting to know me and getting to know my likes, my dislikes, who I am, that's immeasurable.
It's very interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, Camp says, I think women should work on themselves first before they start looking for someone to house and take care of them, take care of kids from several BDs. It takes time for women and men alike to grow, to learn and love themselves and date themselves, etc. Camp also says, I remember Chinese food with the chopsticks and watching ESPN.
And that's right. I agree. I think we have gotten away from certain things, which both sides are getting. Again, it goes back to that gender war. We're starting to turn each other off. Like she said, men are getting lazy because they're not being appreciated for what they do. If it's not a $500 bag or a big trip, you're not really appreciated. And even with those trips, you're not really appreciated. They just want the trips.
Right.
So it's crazy that she was so on point, but you won't see that video much probably because it doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't really. And she's a very beautiful woman. So it wasn't like they could even say anything about this woman. She's like, look, yes, I'm beautiful, but I still want to get to know the person. And I think that's what we both should want to do. We should both want to get to, well, what are we dating for? That's the first thing. We got to know what we're dating for. But if we're dating for something more, we should definitely both get to know who this person is, what this person has going on, and what direction we're going. And it shouldn't be about how much money you can spend on me tonight. Because like you said, that's not a reflection of the man either.
Right.
And I didn't think about that. People think that's a reflection of the person if the first night they go spend all this money on you.
Right.
I don't think that's a reflection of the person either. That's a reflection of what they'll do to get you. Because I'm not really trying to get to know you. I'm trying to buy you. Right. So it's interesting.
I think, and I don't know if you agree, Daryl, I'm sorry to interrupt, but can men help change the narrative of this? By, like, I know with my youngest son, he's going through that, right now. And he said he's going to start weeding through the women that are only interested in the big ticket date first. He wants to invite them out to the park, invite them out, for ice cream, invite them out for walks. And those that right away shut down and say, nah, that's too lame for me, then he knows to move on right away.
Right. And that's good. And that would help. But for every no he gives, is probably 4 guys that will say, I'll pay.
Well, go ahead with them. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I think more guys, it's really tough for guys to get women. Like we have to chase and women have the option. So sometimes to stand out, you going to the park might not make you stand out. She may go.
Then that's not the person for me to spend my time with. It's okay. That's not the person I want to spend
Then you're gonna be
time.
alone forever. Then you may be alone forever because this.
But I might run up on that one or two. That feels the same way.
You may, but I
And
think
you have to start being comfortable with being okay to say I'm going to be alone or meet certain needs.
I agree with that, Lee. You can't change who you are for that. You can't. You shouldn't anyway.
Camp says sex does not equate to bringing something to the table, which is also true.
But many people do think that has some stake in the game.
Yep.
Many think that. So we got to change the narrative. Got to change it.
Got to start doing things differently.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Having discipline and sticking to your grounds. Like
that's right.
Saying, okay, yeah, I might be alone forever or whatever the case may be, but I'm not going to settle for the foolishness.
Exactly.
I'm not saying you can't compromise. I'm just saying don't throw all of your boundaries
out the window.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
To be part of this game that's going nowhere.
Right. Hey, Camp, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We're doing well. This is Camp.
Hey, hi, Camp.
Hey, Camp.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good.
Hi. Good. Nice to see everybody.
Yes, nice for you to join us. So we definitely agreed to what you were saying.
I just agree with Ruth about the whole courting. So when I started, so me and my husband have been together 20 years, but married 15. But because I was 19 at the time, so I had to finish college and all the good stuff. But anyway, he actually courted me. He courted me for like 4 straight months.
Wow.
And I saw him.
Camp.
It'd been like the whole process, whole process like 4 or 5 months, and then like that October we had been together like 6 months, and I was like, "Oh, we." So I asked him, "Are we boyfriend and girlfriend?" And he was like, "What you think we've been doing this whole time?" Okay, so I never assumed. Even then, I was just like, "You can court me, we could be dating, or like courting me, but that don't mean it's going anywhere." And I have a thing where you don't meet. You can't. I don't allow anybody to meet my family unless I know it's going somewhere. So I introduced him at my cousin's wedding a year and some change later. That's the first time anybody met him. It wasn't hiding him. It's just, if this ain't going nowhere, why are we playing around? Like we can enjoy each other's time, but that don't mean you need to meet my family. Right.
And that makes sense. I think there are steps to relationships. People, you don't want to meet everybody, meet your family, and they be around for 3-4 months, and then the next 3-4 months, and then it's seen 19 people in 2 years. That doesn't make sense either. That's not.
Yeah, and then my cousins, they had a running joke like, "Oh, you can't keep anybody. You don't keep anybody around long enough." Well, if my end goal and their end goal don't match, it's not working. Period.
There you go.
Even if I love you, I like you, I love spending time with you, we laugh and we have so much in common. If your end goal is not my end goal, we can't be together. I don't know how much the stars align.
I hear that.
And that brings another question up, what you just said. I was watching something. It's kind of changed the topics real fast, and I want to do it because you said. But it said, would you rather be loved or liked?
Respected.
Loved or liked? Which one would you rather be?
Okay, if I had loved or liked, it would be loved, but love is an action word. You can love me a little, or you can love me lots. How much you respect me? That's where it boils down to.
Okay. Ruth, what do you think? Would you rather be loved or liked?
That's such a hard question. I know it may not sound like it, but for me, I mean, I want to be loved, but as a long-term married person, I realize that like goes a
A
long way.
long way.
A
Right.
long, and I think it may surpass love, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Ruth, I would agree with you with that because
Yeah.
I love my husband, but I like parts of him, but he knows this. I didn't fully all the way like him. I'm talking about because love comes with conditions. Oh my gosh. We don't think it does, but everybody has some type of condition to their
Right.
love.
Right.
Yes.
Because when they say, "Oh, it's love is unconditional," like
It's
I don't
very
know.
conditional.
I haven't seen that.
Right. It's
maybe
very conditional.
maybe with your mom it's unconditional, but with anybody else or
Right.
your
There's some
grandmother,
conditions. There's some conditions
there
there.
are some
Yep.
conditions.
Mhm.
So I just think, yeah, maybe
That
I
like,
think
man. That
I
like
think I
carries.
started really liking maybe year 12 being together, but married 7, like fully liking all parts,
How about you,
good, bad, and
Leanne?
indifferent.
Would you rather be loved or
Or
liked?
liked.
Like me.
Right.
She said like me.
Like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't need love. Love come with too much. Love
You
come
said
with a
love
lot
come
of
with expectations?
expectations.
That's what I'm about to say.
It has a lot of expectations. You know what I mean?
Right.
What about Daryl? What about you?
So again, I think I'm on the train, and I've been thinking about this since I heard it earlier. I think I'd rather be liked,
Mm.
because you can love people and not like them.
Mm.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I don't know if you can like people and not love them.
I've liked people and I loved them, but that's a different story.
Meaning, like, well, that's what I'm saying. You can like people.
That's true.
I said like is just different. You know, like is different. Love, like I said, love is
I don't. Yeah, that's a hard one.
yeah, like is this you know, I don't know. You can like. I can like to see Doc, and
We
also
can
love
ask
to see
Doc
Doc.
if she want to be liked or loved.
Hey, Doc.
Hi, how y'all doing?
Hi.
We're good.
Good. How are you?
So,
Okay.
real fast, Doc. How's your week?
That was not a good one.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
But you want to be liked or loved.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
the question
question.
is, would you rather be liked or loved if you could be one?
Mm.
I guess loved.
Mm.
Okay. Tell us more.
I'm just thinking love is a little more intense. Well, maybe intense is not the right word. A little more emotionally attached.
Hmm.
And I think that you might have a little more of all those things that come with relationships, more honesty, more vulnerability, more caring, those kinds of things.
So, do you think you can love somebody and not like them?
Oh yeah, I do believe that.
So, I'd rather be liked. I can always be liked and always be loved.
Yeah.
I can always be liked and always be loved.
Wow.
So yeah, I would go with like from personally though. Okay. I think and kind of like Leanne said, it's not as many parameters around like as it is love. Love comes with some extra conditions sometimes, some extra things that you don't have to necessarily deal with if you're just liking. You know, so the thing about it, when you first meet somebody in the beginning of a relationship, you like them. You like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You like them so much, sometimes you think you love them.
Mm.
And they do something wrong, do you realize I don't like or love you? so
And you jump the gun on those emotions, those emotional labels. You jump the gun.
Get some steps.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
What we have here.
Y'all, I'm not saying this to be funny in a satirical way, humorous way at all. Men are absolutely terrifying, not in the scaring the hoes way. Like, I'm scared. Like, no, I'm scared. I'm frightened, actually. What was supposed to be a casual, normal day. Now, granted, there's worse things in the world. I know. Thank you, God. It could have been worse. What started as a very casual day for me, just leaving out the house, running a couple of errands, needing to go pick up my new glasses, turned into a whole ordeal simply because men are scary. I had 18 miles till E in my car. My destination was 14 miles away. So I could have made it. But I decided to drive a little bit, pull over, and get some gas. Like as I went a little bit, just because I'm like, anything can happen. Traffic is bad. You know, I don't want to end up in traffic, whatever. So I stopped, got some gas. I pulled to the gas station immediately. As I pull up, before I can even get out of my car, a man is walking up on me at the pump. It's me, him, the screen at the pump. Okay. He's asking for my number, what have you, whatever. Telling me, oh, are you so, sir? A simple I'm not interested doesn't work. So I have a number of lines up my sleeve. Oh, I'm not interested. I don't date men. Oh, I'm in therapy. I'm healing. Like making jokes, being friendly, being not so friendly. Like nothing works. Nothing works. Men don't take no for an answer. They're so butthurt if you turn them down. Even if you say you don't date men, like they are terrifying. So the pump's not even working. I have to go in to see a cashier to get some gas. Great. So at this point, I should have just left. Looking back. I decided to go inside. He follows me in. I'm talking to the cashier, trying to get some gas, whatever. He follows me in there, still trying to talk to me while I'm talking to.
Sorry.
Y'all, I'm not saying this to be funny.
Did you start it over?
Okay. He's asking for my number. What have terrifying. So the pump's back following me, and now on the little pump, what is it called? The gas tank on my car, the actual gas. I pick the nozzle up to put the gas. It's on my car, the tank, him standing in between me and the tank on my car, whatever that thing is called. And I'm like having to go around him to put the nozzle in. Y'all, this man will not get the fuck out of my face. He will not leave me alone. Don't even offer to pump my gas. I mean, he just will not leave me alone though until I give him my number. Nothing is working. I'm praying that this goes by just even 1 second faster so I can get the fuck out of there. No, he just sits there and harasses me the entire time, asking for my number, saying what he wants.
Give him $1. He was homeless. He needed something.
Leave me alone, y'all. I almost make it scot-free. Make my great escape. Go take the nozzle, put it back in before I can get back in my car, because I have to go around him to put I'm not letting you get in your car to give me your number. This is insane. So this is insane. Actually, this is insane. Okay, he lets me get in my car, but he doesn't let me close the door. He's holding it, so I cannot close the door. He's holding my door, so I can't close it. So this how you gonna do? This what you gonna do? This how you gonna play me out? This how you gonna do? You about to miss out on your biggest blessing. Now, trigger warning: if you've ever been in an abusive relationship or dealt with some sort of physical abuse from a partner, a man, they have crazy eyes. And so what the women are saying is true. Men that hit women have crazy eyes, and you can see before they're about to attack you or hit you. You can tell that shit. This man was about to punch the fuck out of me if I didn't give him my number. I felt that. I could still feel his energy on me. I just got back home, so like I'm literally about to get in the shower because I'm like, damn, you gonna slap the piss out of me if I don't give you my number, right? That's how. I don't want to say demonic, but he was so off-putting, and I'm so uncomfortable because he would not let me close my door. And I said, okay, you want my number? Because at this point, y'all, I'm like having premonitions, like he either gonna hit me or punch my window or something. It's gonna be something if I don't get this man my number. I get this man my number. Okay, he's calling me before I can. He's you know, because you can't just give me your number. They gotta make sure you're not playing them. So you can't even give him a fake number. He's sitting there. It's like, let me call because that sound fake. The number you give me sound fake, bruh. Like, I'm already scared. Whatever. There's people around. No, nothing on them. Whatever. They don't know what the situation was. Cool. No worries. Okay, he's blowing my phone up like to make sure. Like, let me see. I said, who else would it be but you calling me? Because I just gave you my number. Y'all. He's like, all right, you about to miss out. It was just so.
He said you're gonna miss out again after you gave him a number.
Close my door. I drive off so fast before I even get back on the highway. He's calling me again, calling me. Now, obviously, I blocked him immediately. But it's a simple fact that I feel so uneasy because with his number, I got his first name, but with his number, I was able to find his first name, last name, middle name. I know where he stay. I know how many kids he have. I found his Instagram, and he can do all that same shit with my number.
So she's a
And
stalker.
that's why I'm so uncomfortable. Drives to get my glasses. And I'm like, I'm not one to still be holding on to stuff. I can shake things off quite easily. I am so uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable. It was like coming into contact with a real live demon. And it's like, where can you run? Where can you hide? Because these men are everywhere. They're so aggressive. And it's just like the energy was so bad, y'all. I immediately texted my homegirl and I told her, I'm just like, whatever. Just got my glasses. I just got back home. But I'm just like, I'm not on Instagram right now. So I'm just like, I gotta say something. I'm like, I'm terrified.
Oh, you look terrified. After you searched this man up. So you just got home, and in that 10 minutes, you just found his whole life out. Stalker. Might go make a police report then. Who else calls cat on that bull story? I call all cat.
Well, the bigger point being that some men that I think she hit
Yes.
on don't take no for an answer, push up on you. I've been in that situation, not to
So do
that
women.
extent, maybe.
I mean, it happens.
Okay, but this was about the men doing it, right?
Saying,
and it's
do it.
uncomfortable, and it can be scary.
She had a gas hose. What do you mean? Right?
What you mean?
Soak him
It's
with
scary.
gas. He ain't that
It's
scared.
scary.
If he was that scared, he'd be wearing gas.
No, but you
Yeah.
know, he could have
I was
grabbed
gonna
her.
match
He
that.
could have, I feel that. And so men need to hear that and take no when somebody is kindly, nicely saying, no, thank you. I'm flattered. However,
I
it's
don't
true.
believe her story.
It's
I don't
legitimate.
believe it.
It's
I think
true. I've
she-
been there.
I think she accented it some. No, I think some men can be. I've seen men be very aggressive
I've been there.
in trying to holler at a woman.
Pursue somebody that doesn't want you. Let's just say what it is.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
I'm just gonna fill the words in for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen it happen. But does it happen a lot? I don't know. Does it happen a lot? Is it once in a blue moon? Like, is it a regular basis thing?
Depends where you're at, what you're doing.
We can't hear you, Doc. Doc, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
hear you now.
I was going to say what Neil said. I think that it depends on where you are, because in some areas, I think it's I want to say it's the culture of the area.
Okay.
That men are more aggressive.
Right.
So you might walk down, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of my own past experiences. You might walk down like a 52nd Street and pass 4 guys that don't take no for an answer.
Right. Well, I mean, isn't that kind of like I was watching a thing, the guy pulled up at Burger King. He's like, hey, look, there's a lady out here soliciting, saying she'll give sex for a Whopper Jr. with cheese. Could you please, call somebody to come get her? And they were like, okay, we'll call somebody. What do you want to order? He said a Whopper Jr. with cheese. So,
Oh my goodness.
That was
so
so
what I'm
bad.
saying, if you know 52nd Street is a street where all these men are going to do this, why are you walking down 52nd Street?
But why do we have to alter our life because men want to assert themselves onto you?
Well, listen, we can't have it both ways. If I know this street you get robbed on, and I walk down the street and get robbed every time I walk down the street, I can say, well, why did I go alter my right so I don't get robbed? If I know there's something here that I don't like, why am I going there? I know what to expect. If I know it's going to happen, at a certain point, you're looking for this to happen unless you have to go down here. So
No.
I would like tell my daughter, don't go down that street anymore if you know that's a bad street.
That's just blaming the victim on
No,
why
that's
you
called
living
being
your
smart.
life this way.
Okay, you know what? You're right. Keep walking down the street, that something's going to happen to you. I don't understand.
Well, that is like blaming the victim. That's like, oh, if I dress a certain way, I garner a certain attention. I don't care how I dress. Don't approach me. I'm not talking to you. I don't like you. You're random. You come up to me and you like when I go walk in certain areas, you can't tell me where I can't and need to be because I'm grown and I'm a woman. I should go anywhere I feel like it without being being pressed upon. But I will say,
You
if I
can't
go,
say
no,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I would say like if I am in a certain area and I know I gotta stop for gas, for example, like that, I don't look like. I notice like my facial expressions. I try to look like I live in the area. I'm in the area a lot. I try to blend in, like in terms of how I walk, my attitude. And when people know you ain't fooling with nobody, they don't approach you. Like if you had this certain demeanor, people, men and women, anybody can just kind of see through you and see if you're a little scary, if you're not from here, if people kind of get a sense of that.
I didn't think that at a certain point of you can do what you want. Anybody can do what you want, but there's always consequences sometimes for doing what you want. Not saying it's right or wrong, but if we live in a world where we know things can happen, yes, I'm gonna act appropriately in certain areas. I'm not going to wear. I'm not going to go to a neighborhood that red is a problem and wear it, or wear the something opposite. I'm not going to do that. That's just silly.
Understandable.
It's because it's called being safe. I understand body safety, right? So if I'm somewhere. And, I'm not going to be half naked in certain areas, right? Because if you know 52nd Street, men are a certain way. If we walk down there half naked, something may happen to you. So why would you put yourself in that position just because you want to do what you want? I'm a woman, no, I'm not going to do that. It's not blaming the victim. It's called being smart. Certain places I'm not going to go because I know it's a problem area. I'm not going to be like, well, I should be able to go. You should be able to, right? You should be able to. But I know if I go, something could happen. So I would say.
What if you have no choice, though? What if that's
different? Yeah.
Yeah, if you have no choice and you have to be in that area.
But I also think stuff can happen there. But I get about being safe, but you can be in the nicest area and stuff still happen. So I get what you're saying.
Right.
But,
I'm just saying if you know something, if you don't know, it's different. But if I do know something's a problem, then I may not go and do certain things in this area. Right, because I don't want to bring unnecessary attention to myself.
To yourself.
Like if I know this is going to bring me unnecessary attention, I don't do it because I don't want that. And I should be able to do wear what I want to walk where I want, but that's not a reality in some places. So if I know, like I said, I would teach my daughter, don't go on 52nd Street because this is where Dr. harassed that 4 times.
That's
I'm going to learn from Doc.
Street.
Right. I'm going to learn from Doc.
Oh, my goodness.
Anywhere the 5-2, don't go on that street.
I would say from 52nd Street than I would some other places.
I get what you're saying about safety. Like if you hear on the news that someone got robbed at a certain ATM, you wouldn't go to that ATM.
You wouldn't go there no more.
Right. Correct.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to go to it. But I don't feel safety anymore. That safety is gone. That safety that had the false illusion of safety is now eroded by something happening. So I'm not going to approach that place again because in my mind, one thing can happen again.
True.
That's all I'm saying.
But that other piece of, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Neil.
That other piece of randomness where a woman should be able to get out of her car and pump her gas and be left alone. I don't care what street she's on. I don't care what she's doing. And men have to understand that is a violation of my space.
But we understand that the reality is some people don't respect your space. So you got to make sure you think like Kent was saying, she already prepared herself by trying to look in, trying to look not. And not that's going to stop people, but she ain't outside like, hey, everybody, hey, to bring more attention because you don't want it. She don't want that. And I agree. Because it is scary. You don't want people coming up to you in that safe. But I'm gonna teach my daughter in that case. You pull the trigger and shoot it and put gas all over them.
But what if they were just asking what time is it, and then she's
like, hey, they should ask the wrong person today. It's fire time. Okay,
light a match real quick.
Right.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Then you getting arrested for assault,
right?
Oh yeah, true.
And the man wanted to know what time it is.
Hey, I felt that he was going to. Well, again, a lot happened in that story where it might have been safe for her to get in her car and leave. Right?
True.
She to me was playing with fire. Again, should she be able to go in the store? And yes, but at a certain point, he's here, and if there's nothing you can do, I'm gonna get in my car and I'm gonna leave. Before going in the store, before having fall out, still trying to pump your gas. Like it to me seemed like she was almost proud. Like I got this dude, he was fine. Like she was kind of, I don't know. She didn't look scared to me. I don't know. She wanted to tell her little story that she was embellishing anyway. I told you it was a guy looking for a unhoused man asked for $1. She's like, you can't talk to me. I just wanted $1.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just saying.
Like a bunch of the shit I'll be doing on the internet every day. Women this, women that, men. Shut the up. Like,
Right.
it's okay to complain, but have a solution. Like, nobody is talking about solutions. And it irks the hell out of me because it's like when you're complaining and you're not putting forth a viable, reasonable idea to fix it, you're part of the problem. You're part of the noise. You're not making anything better. If anything, you're exacerbating the issue.
It's just noise. You're just talking.
Like you literally, it serves zero purpose. There's no benefit. There's nothing to gain. You're just wasting your breath that you might need in your 70s. Like I just really don't understand like why people complain so much.
Kind of complaining don't really need solutions for them. It's just that's honestly they just be talking. They be talking for clout. They be talking for likes. They be talking for retweets. Who's gonna agree with me? I might go viral. It's just a moment. It's just a moment for them.
Complaining sounds like a bunch of the shit I'll be doing.
So we kind of started the show by talking about the gender wars, how we have all these shows that just talk about men, talk about women, and make a divide between us. Men ain't and women ain't, and men want this and da-da-da. And the first lady we had was really good. She was really good. We missed that one. We'll play it again later. Mm-hmm. But I like what she's saying. Like a lot of people just talk on these shows and they just have a lot of nonsense to say about relationships, but no real solutions. They just say how men aren't this or women aren't this or you got to do this, and there's no solution. But it's making the dating scene or relationships just dissolve. Look at and we talked about Just Masters a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said he wanted his wife back, right?
Right.
Yes, he does. The last thing I heard.
Yeah, he was neglecting her at work. Yes. He was trying to pay for her house and all the bills, and she got mad. And now she wants him home. She don't want him to work.
That's not what she's.
That's how he's interpreting that.
Exactly.
Wow.
The man can't work.
The man can work within reason. Not 23 hours a day.
If that's what he needs to pay for her lifestyle. Yeah, she said, and he said, I neglected her. I wasn't there. I was working 90, I can't remember if it was a week or 2 weeks or whatever, 90 90 hours a week. So he admitted that he said he was neglecting her.
All right, so he got to fix that or whatever.
But my thing is, and we since me and Lee were on time, we were talking about it. Can he really fix this?
So I take it I wasn't the only person that was late.
No. At least you had the decency to tell us. The question kind of was, can he really change? Because it seems like she's probably been asking this for a while. He's only doing it now because she divorced him. Mm-hmm. So he was really comfortable with the way things were. From what I feel, this is what I'm surmising. He was comfortable with the way things were. Now he's like, I want her back. But he was in the airport when he said he wanted her back. So I don't know if he's even doing what he's supposed to be doing. She's in the airport. So
he's not even home.
When I get back, I'm working on the relationship.
Right, I'm going to start next week.
Do you think that this relationship is salvageable at this point? I mean, it's been going on for a while, Doc.
Of course, it can be. If they're both willing to work at it, any relationship can be salvageable.
But I'm saying, do you think he's willing to work at it? He's only saying he's willing to work at it now because he left.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes it takes a hit in the head.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Can old dogs know new tricks?
But it doesn't mean that what he does is going to stick.
That's correct. What I'm saying. That's what we're kind of saying. Like right now, you're doing it as a reaction, right? You're responding to her leaving, And now you're gonna do all the things. Flowers, baby. He's gonna be that day one Judge Mathis that he got her. When he gets her back, because I don't think he likes her personally. I said,
Oh. How do you get all of that?
You gotta think about it, Neil. Anybody, could you be away from your partner for 90 hours a week for years?
No, I couldn't.
No,
I couldn't.
I don't think you could. If somebody's putting anything in front of you like that, can they really like you? That's my question, and that's just me.
It depends on what's in his head. If his head, if he is telling himself that I have to do this because this is what she wants, because she asked for this lifestyle, then you know he could convince himself that this is necessary.
But you don't never see her.
He's tolerating her, I think.
Gotta be.
Because I think I
people to
think
keep her.
that if you think you're lonely now, wait again tonight, girl. So you either want him working on them hours that you love the lifestyle, or you want him at home. I think there's not a you got to choose and pick and choose.
And he chose
a lot
to
of
work.
times in the beginning, people choose the lifestyle, but then they get tired of not seeing their partner. But you chose, because you know, like you said, Daryl, this didn't just happen.
Right.
This been going on forever. So she was with it at some point.
Right.
True.
And I think what I would think is this is the type of relationship he likes.
It's quite
It seems like it.
Yeah, this is what he likes. I'm
It seems
comfortable.
like it works for him.
Yes, because I know you've been complaining and I have not changed. You said you've been, I heard her say it, but I didn't listen. Here, fellas, when your wife tells you, listen to her. So she's been telling him and he's heard her, but it hasn't been enough to change him. He likes this and he doesn't like her. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking with that.
I mean, filing for divorce stopped him in his tracks only momentarily. Like you said, he was in the airport when he said that and talking to TMZ. So how much could that really mean?
And I've been around before where men, the ego steps in, and when she tries to leave, now he wants to get her back just to return to do the same thing again.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
It doesn't, like I said, by him being in the airport saying he wants his wife back, to me shows nothing changed. You're doing it for the cameras. Oh, my wife back. Fellas, where you going? Yeah, I'm going out. I'll be back though. You know, I'm leaving again. Like, what are we doing? Because she's not even. He said they still live in the same home.
Yes.
Right. And you still can't be home. You still haven't put stuff on pause. You should have shut everything down. I got to shut everything down for a little bit, if possible. I don't know what contracts look like, but he's still not doing what he needs to do.
Well, maybe he has to. Maybe he's calling her bluff, like you're saying. He might not, but if he doesn't change it and she's serious, he's going to like her a lot less. I could tell you that.
Well, he used to not seeing her anyway. It's not like it's a big thing. Oh, and Leanne said that
going to go through.
Well, it's going to go through because he ain't doing nothing to stop. But Leanne said that when women leave, they always have a plan B. That's when they leave. They have something to fall down on. Or something to fall down on them.
That's probably true.
I know she didn't say that.
Yes, what she said.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, me and her. I'm like, God, Lee, that's a harsh take.
And I feel
why'd you do women like that?
I feel like the arrangement works when you have something to occupy your time, like hobbies and kids. But when the kids get grown, get married, and everybody's at the house, now what you got left because you had something to occupy your time.
That's
true. I think the kids been grown, right? Aren't the kids grown?
They grown, but at one point, one of their sons had moved back home from college and got himself together. Right. So she had something to occupy. So because they did have a reality show at one time, and he was back home, so she had something to occupy her time. But now everybody gone.
Oh, I get it. And if they did the reality show, he had to be around more to do the
show.
Which I know he was like, you can do it when you want to do it because you were here for the show. That's when the reality show really probably been the last straw because it shows you was home all the time. We're recording. Now we ain't recording. You can't be home. You got to work so much. That really shoots you in the foot because you see you can do it when you get paid. Like, so when he don't like her, let's just go back to he don't like her. He has to be paid.
He don't like her, and she not paying him enough.
Right.
It's cheaper to keep her, but I feel like this divorce is gonna go through. I don't know. I feel like it may go through.
I think
I
so.
feel like it's gonna go through too.
Yeah,
I think so too.
unfortunately.
Unless
Unfortunately.
they make an arrangement where she can stay in the home and kind of move the way she wants to move, because, like I said, it's cheaper if we keep the money together.
Correct.
So they may come up with something like that. I can see Judge saying, "Look, I know you're a crackhead, but
Oh wow.
Always calling somebody a crackhead.
Right.
Always, right?
you might not be a crackhead, but you got crackhead tendencies."
Yes, I
So-
remember that.
Like that's any better.
So maybe they might work something out where she, I mean, for her too. I mean, I know you gotta say for peace, she might want to leave, but
Or she might just want to do her own thing and not be tied to him
yeah,
while he's not home. Since he's not home, she
Right.
might
she's
be
not home.
You know,
She
right.
can do her
might
own thing
be
anyway. It
trying-
sound like Doc. She can do her own. She's doing, like Leanne said, she already doing her own thing. That's why she filed a divorce.
No, maybe
said she
she's
had-
one that wants to close one chapter before she opens another. It could be that
No,
too.
Leanne said women have something in the tuck if they're gonna leave.
Leanne already said she didn't say that.
She did. She said to fall down, something to fall down on her part, but she said women have something in the tuck.
But women be already having their ideal partner in their head. That's next. They already got the
and a lot of times when women finally say I'm done, they've left you a while ago.
correct.
They've left you
Emotionally.
emotionally.
Mhm.
They,
true.
you know, yeah.
That's
And
true.
We be like, you did? Oh, I didn't know.
Ain't paying no attention.
No, I didn't. So what happened? I ain't seen it. No, I ain't been here in 3 months, so I don't know what happened. That's just math. I ain't been here in 3 months, so
That's the darn
you
shame.
wanna break up?
Mm.
Interesting too about it. I told you, I think it's more ego because if you haven't been around and she's leaving now, what are you worried about?
That
It's not
freedom.
seeing her, so it got to be something else he's worried about, like maybe the money or maybe his ego looking bad, or it can't be anything more than, you know, that.
They in California, so of course she's gonna get spousal support. He gonna have to split any kind of future deals that's already coming down the pipe, that contracts have
Mm.
already been signed.
That's what he's worried about.
It is. That's what.
Yep.
Yeah, because California don't play. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
people
yeah.
they don't even live there, but they move to California to file for divorce because of the laws.
Wow.
there.
And I think he said they just moved out there.
Correct. So that's why people.
See, she knew what she was doing.
Exactly. She already
Okay,
said.
yeah, we moving next year to
This was
California.
already-
Okay,
This was already in the plan.
I
Correct.
can wait. She said, I can wait.
Wow.
You've been waiting this long. Let me
All
let
right,
me hold.
Here I come. Yeah, so
Mm.
she gonna do well. She's gonna do well.
And he was dumb enough to move there.
Yeah,
You know what?
because
You know what? He's going out there to help his family and make money, and he's dumb enough to move there. God, that's
Dumb
what women
enough
do.
to do it.
it's automatic.
do.
It's they married. It's automatic 50-50.
Hold on, we're getting a phone call. Let's see what this is about. Caller.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing well. How are you doing? Who are we speaking with?
Speaking of Lavon.
Oh, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? Sorry, it's only family thing, but I was listening to you call or listening to the show, and I think she set him up. Going off of what her husband said, we're moving out to California.
Mhm.
That was a setup, and it was smart. And right now he's trying to play makeup because he's trying to lose everything that he built.
Right.
I mean, that's the smart thing to do.
Only thing I would say in this case, I do believe since she was there before, she's entitled to it. You know, so I
20
wouldn't,
years.
because she met him
Yeah,
when they had
she-
nothing.
He can't even get married or get married and then have a 20-year relationship and not pay that lady.
Yep.
It's a
Pay
wrap.
her.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Hey.
It's tough,
Yeah,
and it doesn't help that this fool is admitting that he's wrong on TV. They're gonna use that right in court.
Mhm.
Sir, it was your fault. Here, I got TMZ. Here you go. It's my fault.
Acting like a crackhead.
Right. The judge gonna say you acting crackheadish. We're gonna give her half.
Right.
Wow.
All right, man. I had to take care of something.
All right.
All right, thanks for calling.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you know, karma. You call enough people crackhead, you lose your wife. That's what I heard happens.
You know what?
He cracked
Oh,
his
my
wife
goodness.
away.
Mm.
But I do like him saying the things he's saying. I need to be with her, fellas. You know, be there for your wives. Don't neglect them. I like that because you don't hear that much. And he's saying, I'm fighting for my relationship. So he's actually being vulnerable, whether it's real or not. He's being vulnerable. And that's some men need to see that. We need to see more men say, listen, it's my fault. I needed to be there for my wife. I was wrong. It's not her. I'm
Yeah,
going to
because
fight.
Offset didn't do that.
Who?
Offset.
Well, Offset said, I've been cheating. So why would I change it? She said, didn't Maya Angelou tell you when someone showed you themselves, believe them? I mean, he is who he is. But I think they're co-parenting well. I think they were at some birthday party for the kids together. So even outside that, the divorce is still going through. At least they're doing the thing where the kids are still good. We're still good around the kids, right? So again, another good thing to see. Like, you don't have to be at odds with someone because you break up. Just you cheat on somebody 4 or 5 times. You guys do not have to hate each other.
But I just
well, your girl proved that.
Who's that?
Beyonce.
Did Jay-Z cheat on her?
What?
Yeah, he did.
There were rumors. There was nothing.
He admitted it.
He admitted it.
Oh, he did?
He
Where?
cheated
I don't
on
know. I
her
don't follow.
a lot.
Where did he admit that at?
Huh?
Where did he admit it at?
It was in an interview.
He did an interview. Yeah, he admitted
Yeah, he
it.
did an interview.
See, if Beyonce ever told who she did it with, it would break his heart. It was probably Dame. You know, somebody that she only did it once.
Wow.
And it was probably so egregious that he would just die. His millions didn't count. You know, I mean, it'd be somebody really close to him. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Well, and she kept him.
If you can cheat on Beyonce, wow.
That's like when
Beauty
people
doesn't
say
keep
that.
you. Beauty doesn't keep anybody.
Yes,
Well,
just like they said about Halle Berry.
Clearly.
Yeah, well, she seems cuckoo crazy, so I think crazy doesn't keep people.
What? Why you call that woman cuckoo crazy?
Right.
Every relationship she's in, it ends, and they say that she's cuckoo crazy.
Well, the new one she's in, she loves. He don't think she's cuckoo crazy.
Guess what? All of them she was with when she thought she loved.
No, this is a different flavor, guy. This is a different flavor.
She had all flavors. What you mean?
She's clinical. Halle Berry is clinically
right
diagnosed.
What?
Tell us more. Tell us
No,
more. What
she
is she
is.
diagnosed with?
Yes, she is.
She is.
What is she diagnosed with?
Yeah.
She has like bipolar syndrome and something else. I know someone that worked out there that was like, yo, you know this lady crazy for real. But
No,
she was so abused. She was abused really bad.
I do know she was
And
abused.
you know that is the issue. You know, people especially people of color are often diagnosed with these severe disorders, and it is overlooked that they have trauma in their history.
Okay. So you're saying that the
She might have just had post-traumatic stress disorder.
And that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
She has post-traumatic stress disorder, and also when you're traumatized, when they have breaks, sometimes that's where you get those multiple personalities, because they like if a person has a breakdown.
Another therapist on this.
No, nah, because I know somebody. No, because I know someone in my family that actually like they got in a really crazy situation when they had a breakdown. After they had that breakdown, they said something happened. It looks like they have traces of like schizophrenia. So I'm just saying that's what I was told.
Doc was like, oh, it's new. It's new in the industry. That's probably the DSM-7, Doc.
So let me. All right, Doc, because you're there. But Doc, you know what?
It didn't come out yet. The 7's gonna come. He's 2 ahead.
But she could. But even still, like even you could correct the information that I said if it's wrong, because that's what I was told. If when someone has post-traumatic stress disorder, which I guess they used to call it shell shock, does it result in them having like that bipolar or those
Those are two
alternate
different
personalities.
diagnoses. And so and
Mhm.
those are three different diagnoses.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are three different diagnoses. And
Are they related?
not
No,
usually.
but what I
Okay.
think he's saying, Doc, could an experience be so
Traumatic.
terrible that
Yes.
it could break a
Yeah,
person?
you can dissociate. Yes.
That.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he's
Yes.
saying. He's saying like
Okay.
she had
Yeah.
something so bad that it mimicked some type of disorder.
Exactly. It can mimic some of that
got
other
you.
stuff. But what I'm saying is oftentimes we as people of color are misdiagnosed
Right.
and given those severe diagnoses like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder because they overlook the post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right.
Okay.
That makes sense.
My interpreter on deck.
Something's
See
going on
that?
with Halle Berry. Yeah, I got you, Vaughn. But something's going on with Halle Berry. All I know is she ain't right.
Wow.
And every relationship, the man leaves with money too, and that never happens. So I know it's something wrong. If he leaves with money,
Oh my
that don't
goodness.
happen.
don't even have to pop.
Yeah, listen.
You said
You
leave
got
with no money?
No, they leave with money.
Oh, leave with money.
When they
Okay.
divorce, she got paid like Eric Benet. She paid for him and his kid. The last white guy she was with, she had to pay him alimony. Like, I don't have
We're working forever. Yeah.
That don't happen.
Well, what do you guys think about that? The men on the panel. What do you think about a man suing a woman for money once they break up?
I think it should be we should do it more. I think it should be looked at as thing to do. I think we want to take the stigma away from it and act like they were like, oh, men shouldn't do it. No, we should. Men, look at me. You should.
And now stop acting up.
Right.
Acting up.
You should. Absolutely. If you break up, get your money.
Get it.
Wow.
Why would it be different? Why wouldn't it be different? If the rules are, if you brought me to a lifestyle, then you need to keep me at the lifestyle. Isn't that Mary J. Blige? Then she had to keep the young man at the lifestyle when he left.
Yo, I ain't like that dude. Kendall.
Yeah.
I did not like him.
Hey, she picked him.
There's just something about
I wanted to
him.
punch him. As soon as I met him, I'm like, yo, I'm about to punch this dude dead in his mouth.
Maria
Again.
Hardy says hi, everyone.
So, Maria, hey, if she picked him,
There is
what are we
something
doing?
about him. I agree with you, Vaughn.
Hey, know it's about him? He got married and he get his money. She picked him and married
That's a
him.
darn shame.
What's the darn shame? She picked him?
Where's all that male macho lead thing then?
Yeah.
Okay, leave with what you came with and
No,
roll
Lead
over.
what? Why am I
You
leading
fought for
or leading
equal
what
Why
I'm
should she
doing?
have to pay you? Why should she
The
have to
same
pay?
reason he would have to pay if he
fought
changed her
for
life.
equal. Didn't
Why
y'all
is it
want
different? Yeah, you guys scream you want to be equal until it's time for you to be equal.
Dun dun dun.
You guys swear you want things to be equal. You're like, oh, we should have equal pay. Really? Well, do some of these hard. Go do some concrete. Go fill some concrete to get extra money to get the money they make. You don't, right? There's certain things, there's certain reasons why certain fields that people don't go into to make money. Women scream they want to be equal until it's time to be equal. No, it's not equal. Women get into the club free. Not equal.
Not
You ain't
equal.
screaming about that. You should scream about men should get
Yes,
the club
they
free
should.
too.
They should.
No, you guys are hypocrites.
Get your paper.
See, I shut the panel down. I shut them down. Shut them down.
Shut 'em
They
down.
Because we're gonna move to California and we're gonna handle ours.
Yeah, you got word.
How are you gonna move to
I hope
California?
Raj heard that.
Wait a minute. I
Raj
gotta let
did
you
hear
move to
that.
California. I gotta let you move to California. You can't just move. You do if I say you move. If not, you're gonna get where we're gonna be at. Don't get ahead of yourself now. Don't get your head of yourself. Some of us know better. You can moving by yourself with nothing. Go ahead. You can move where you want to with nothing.
Wow.
Damn, we're here.
I can't, man.
I can't today. I just can't.
I can't believe I'm attached to this. This is
Trying to get ahead of themselves. They just we going. You ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna sit right there.
No.
Okay.
Would you rather be loved or liked?
Would I be rather be loved or liked?
Yes.
By who?
In general.
In general?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like is really honest. Love can sometimes be conditional.
Mm.
Right.
So I think I just rather be liked. You can love me later.
Okay.
That's kind of
That's a good answer.
That's it.
Mhm.
I
That's
be
it.
reading and stuff.
He's an expert.
That's a good answer.
It was because like I said, I felt the same way. I felt the exact same way. You know,
I picked
liking
like too.
Like it's honest.
and have forever. Love. Once you start loving it, it's easy. Love me, you don't.
Love
I'm
is-
gonna love you from afar. That means I really don't love you anymore. Nor do I like you.
Mhm.
Like I love you from afar. That's what it means. Let's get one more in here. Let's see what we got.
Mm.
The reason why most women are single in DC. Let's talk about it.
Make
'Cause
sure
they
you
got
all
hair like that.
traumatize these men back. Early this morning, I had to wake up and go to the
Wait a
store
minute.
as soon as it
Wait,
opens to buy my
Leanne, can you
dog's
start this
dog
over again?
food.
She
I'm
said,
wearing a
make sure we what?
scarf and oversized
Traumatize these
t-shirt,
men
some
back.
shorts under my
So
crotch. Like
they're
I'm
gonna be
going
petty
to the
and
store to get
toxic
my
back.
dog some food.
Okay.
You nervous this
You
man.
said
This
this
man
is-
go, oh, I would have tried to talk to you, but you got your scarf on. Now, ladies, you have some options out here. I have taken wake up and go
This
to
is
the store
crazy.
as soon as it opens to buy my dog some dog food. I'm wearing a scarf and over. Make sure you all traumatize these men back. Early this morning, I had to wake up and go to the store as soon as it opens to buy my dog some dog food. I'm wearing a scarf, an oversized t-shirt, some shorts under, and like Crocs. Like I'm going to the store to get my dog some dog food. Do you nervous this man? This man go, oh, I would have tried to talk to you, but you got your scarf on. Now, ladies, you have some options out here. I have taken all these other options. You can ignore and keep walking. You can be like, huh, okay, and keep walking, and still keep walking, like address it and then keep moving. I was so irritated because it's so early. I screamed out. He was like looking at me crazy. Yo, why? He won't get my number down. Why? I wouldn't have done this. We weren't by the houses. I was by the store, so I didn't feel too crazy about like waking people up because it was early in the morning. But damn, Shorty, you crazy? Yeah, I am. Leave me alone. I was upset that he actually backed away because my next one was gonna be take me instead, Lord. Why me? Why me? Leave me alone. What's crazy is I've been scrolling and I haven't seen this man tell his side of the story because I don't know what he would tell y'all. Like I don't know what he would say if he got on the internet and told his side of the story. Like, yo, I was on the south side of Chicago and this bald-headed bitch, she was insane, and he would be correct. Leave me alone. Make sure you all traumatize these men back.
I was traumatized when I seen that clown face.
Mm-hmm.
She drew her face on.
Mm-hmm. She like Mr. Potato Head.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't understand why people want to feel good about themselves, so they make these stories that like one person tried to talk to you. You should have been thankful.
It could have been his opening line. He could have been being petty. I would have talked to you, what you got that scarf on. Whatever, you gonna talk to me anyway. And then she don't know. She just let her husband walk by. She don't know. She chose to be crazy, so
She chose to be herself. It's not a natural reaction to scream at anybody. That's not a natural reaction. I know.
Bro,
that's what you thought to do?
That's what the girl should have did at the gas station.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Right.
That's what she should have did.
Crazy
So
recognizes crazy. Right.
I'm good.
Well, I guess this guy wasn't as persistent either. He just said, I would have talked to you, so maybe it was a little different. She's like the other guy was really being like he was restricting her movement at one point. He said he blocked her door, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
That's when you yell. This dude
You know
just
what?
said,
I think Vaughn, you're onto something.
mm-hmm.
I think you need to have a playbook ready for something like that and screaming for help. But she did say if she truly felt afraid, then maybe she was like, I don't want him to punch me in my face. Because she did say she felt like he was going to hit her.
Yeah.
So I get her, especially not having a plan, kind of going along with it almost, which makes it worse. Because you give him your number. And if I have delusions of grandeur, I'm thinking you give him, I could make that be something that's not. Oh, yeah, she wants me. because I'm already crazy, so I don't see anything but the number being given to me.
And it's a shame that you can't really ask for help because people don't want to be involved. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there was a time where she could have went into the gas station and say, "Hey, could you walk me to my car? This guy is, bothering me."
Yeah.
But nowadays, people don't even want to help.
No, they shoot you in the face.
Right.
And it had nothing to do with you. So it's scary today. All right. The reason why this is what I wanted to see. All right.
Wow. The pressure is getting.
Honestly, I think this is just a result from the constant back and forth men and women have had on social media for like the past 3 to 5 years, bro. We've all sat back and witnessed as men and women constantly argue about 50-50, share their unrealistic expectations, share their horrendous dating stories and ridiculous hypothetical situations. And that has just completely turned everybody off from dating as a whole, bro. Men don't want to approach women anymore because they don't even know if women want to be approached and they don't want to be labeled as a creep. Women act like they're completely turned off from men. So everybody just said, fuck it. Plus, everything is high as fuck right now, and ain't nobody trying to add an extra stressor to their life.
I agree. Go ahead, Ball.
I agree. I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it's going to look like in 5 to 10 years. If we don't change this narrative, if we keep going down these rabbit holes, it's going to be really grim because people are not going to, like I said, I don't want to deal with you if I'm already coming into it. We talked about this earlier, Doc. If you see all this negative stuff, how could you go into a relationship thinking that all men cheat and be with a man? How can you go into and all women are gold diggers and truly be with that woman? If you come into it that mindset, how could you really say I want to invest in this person who I really think is not really the right person to begin with? And that's what's happening. We're being subconsciously inundated in us that women are this, men are this, and when you're with people, you wait for anything to happen. And you're like, I knew he wasn't no good.
Well, in the way I feel, and I'm me. Man, I got gray beard, so I'm kind of old-fashioned in a way that I don't think people love the feminine part and the masculine like they used to. Like, there's no embracing like women, like men don't. That in general, it's a blurred line now. So you're not really embracing those fitted parts anymore. Like, men don't embrace femininity in a woman is not celebrated. Masculinity in a man is not celebrated like it used to be. Your grandma or great grandma, they knew men wasn't like that. They knew like he probably gonna mess up. Like, my grandfather was crazy, but my grandmother was like, don't ever bring your trash home, or don't ever let it make it to my door. Those old women knew, like, yeah, like she ain't play. I had Medea for grandmother, but they knew their nature. That's what it is. Like, I don't think nobody knows anyone's nature anymore. Like, you knew the nature of a woman. You know what I'm saying? There's no love songs. I said this my very first time on here. There's no love songs. There's nobody embracing the other side no more. And they're not really celebrating it. Like, it ended in early 2000s. It was over. That's just the way I feel. Everything is transactional. It's very, very sexual, and it's very, very temporary. And
we watched some earlier, and it said that men at a certain point became lazy because the things they did wasn't acknowledged, right? It wasn't acknowledged anymore. So after you stop getting acknowledged, you're like, I just buy a bag and that's what you want. So it becomes, like I said, it becomes transitional because the things when you open that door before, oh, thanks for opening the door. Or maybe they open your door. Ain't nobody doing that. You click the door, she get in, you get in. So it's changed. It has become very lazy. And it's like, well, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? This date got to run about $500. And if it does run 5, then you're a good person. You're the type of man I want. If you can pay for a date a certain way, or you can give me gifts, and that becomes problematic because I'm not bringing you.
Is it lazy, or is it just like their efforts got discouraged? They just got discouraged in their efforts.
One and the same.
One and the same. Okay.
Because remember, at a certain point, then what happens? What you do? You acquiesce.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do those things anymore. But I know I can buy you a purse. I know I can take you on an expensive date. So that's really
it sounds like what you guys are talking about. The value shifted.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah.
True.
Right.
It is a
The more-
value system.
The more I treated them like they weren't, that princess or that queen, the more I got access to. When you were being a gentleman, they prefer a gladiator over a knight.
Well, but even with that, what is your end goal? If I'm being a gladiator at night, what is my goal? My goal just to get them.
A gladiator is just gladiator. You're just going in to get what you need. A gladiator is just trying to survive. They just want to get what they want. They about themselves and they out. A knight is somebody that's coming in as protective. You know what I'm saying? They provide. They survey. They got responsibilities. Gladiator is a responsibility for himself. That's it.
Right. So it's easy for that to be a gladiator, get what you want, and move on. For you
But
to be
they accept
vulnerable,
that easier.
For you to be vulnerable now is the problem, right? And people don't want to be vulnerable because you don't want to look silly. Vulnerability has been changed by that, like you said, that Birkin bag or that $500 that trip you go on.
Women
and
really
everything else is about what it looks like too. Because think about it, if people are getting their body augmented to get attention, then we know it's all about looks these days. Everything's about what it looks, not what's inside as much.
Right.
It's like what does it look like?
That's sad.
He needs to be this tall and have this much money, and she needs to look like this. But nothing about your personality, nothing about your character.
Nothing.
People don't take time to even get to know these things, right? Because if I'm taking you on a trip in the first 3 days, that means I'm laying some pipe too. I'm not taking you on a trip. We ain't go all these miles for smiles, okay? That's not the goal. We're not going all these miles for smiles.
But you knew that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Vaughn.
No. What did you guys say?
I just wanted to say to that comment, then both sides need to make some changes. I mean, immediate changes. Like if you're going to take her on the trip, take her because you want to get to know her, not because you know you're going to lay something.
What are you talking about? Wait, to get to know you.
First off,
I don't get to take you down. What do you mean? And you going on that trip to get taken down?
The male mindset has to change with the female mindset. I have to stand there. I have to stand there and let you open the door for me. I'm going to stand there and teach you how to be chivalrous.
You gonna teach me?
Okay.
You're gonna learn how being alone is. Stand at the door.
We already said this earlier. Then you'll be alone until that standard is met.
Hey,
you understand that?
I'm calling the next one, so I don't care about your standard being met.
So check this out.
You go ahead with the next one, but again, like Vaughn said, it's temporary.
But no, it's not temporary. These 1 out of 4 are getting married, so it's more than something else going on both sides. So it's more.
But even the marriages are temporary.
You never took. You never took.
If you think you're lonely now,
you never took anybody on a trip early in your relationships, so. That's why these girls are getting this because they're asking to go on a trip. All right, tell me in the 90s, 2000s, would anybody have taken anyone on a trip early in their relationship? Like, all right, we a month in, we gonna go on a trip to the Bermuda or this, that. No, that's a romantic. It's a romantic trip. Did you marry him?
Hold on.
Did you marry him, Doc?
This was taken on trips, okay?
But I'm asking you. So,
but Vaughn, I think, but the bigger question would be, you didn't need to take them on a trip to get some. You can take them. You can take them Fridays and get some. So the difference is now they got to take them to Bermuda to get some. It's all the same. You didn't have to do that in the 90s. Remember, you went to dinner, movie, and do me.
Man, you went to the Chinese restaurant and got.
You understand?
Yes.
4 wings, fried rice, and this penis. That was on the menu.
Oh my God.
Right?
Listen.
Oh my
You know what I'm
God.
saying is that it's different. And
I didn't see all that on the menu. I ain't see all that.
You was already married, so it didn't matter.
I didn't miss that menu item. I did not see all of that.
yeah, you missed that menu.
Chinese rice, egg roll, and penis. I did not see
Yeah,
that.
you missed that.
There's songs about it.
My menu was different.
See, you went to the right places. You go to the wrong places. The wrong places end up with penis. I'm just saying that back in the day, even though, I mean, the ultimate goal was sex at the end of the day. Let's be honest. But I think you got to know each other a little better. I think so. I think you got to know each other a little better. Wait, time out. What's the goal? When you meet somebody, is to meet them and marry them forever? Is that the goal? I don't think that's ever been the goal.
That's that on that side of the fence. It was.
I don't think so. We think women are different than us, but they look at us too like
they are worse than
get
us.
this. Yes,
bro.
He
I got
can get
6
this.
sisters. Let me tell you, they crazy.
Yeah,
they are crazy. You hear the conversations, you're like, oh my God,
right.
this is
I
how
think
they
women-
look. I feel so dirty. This is how they look at me.
And you can answer this for us women. I think women are different because they have more. They can shut it down. Like during the date, all night we're thinking about we're gonna get it. We don't care what's going on. The woman can say, you know what, he said something stupid, he ain't getting none now, and she could be good. He can say, you know what, I have enough discernment. This he had it. He looked good. Everything was good. He said that one dumb thing. See that? He had catch him on his cheek that he don't wipe off. Discussing. He's done, and they can shut it down, and it is nothing going on. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Men get so hyped up that we keep trying, and they're smarter. I think women are smarter in the sense, or more definitive in their choices, and they can say we're good on this. So that's the biggest difference. I think women have more control in that situation where they can say, you know, we're cool. We just want the 4 wings, fried rice. We don't want the penis.
Yeah, penis. Take that off the menu. Please.
Right. They took exactly right, Ruth. They took it off the menu. Because when they went out with you, they went out with you because they thought you were something that could be something they wanted.
That's
and they wanted to see what the personality and stuff for the most part is involved in it. We saw something we wanted, and we wanted no matter what you said. You can be all dinner. We're like, yeah, we still gonna hit that. Yep.
That is so bad.
She can't even spell her own name.
But,
guess what?
the funny thing is, men don't know how often they talk themselves out of getting something.
Yes.
Some men, because I don't remember getting talked out. I'm pretty much 100%.
That's true, Doc.
But, yeah,
they keep running that mouth. Yes.
We don't know it. Like, hey, fellas, say as least many words as possible. Say the wrong thing when it's dried up like the desert.
Man, yeah.
Missed your opportunity.
I lost 1 or 2 like that, man. You gotta circle back. Yeah, you gotta circle back. Like, yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you're going on a trip, what do you think is going to happen? You know, you're going on a trip. What do you think is going to happen?
Is this a romantic, man? I'm not taking you on a trip so you can walk around in your underwear on the beach, and then you're in the bikini. It's the underwear. It's the same thing. I'm not. No. If I'm taking you on a trip like that, like if I'm taking you on a trip, I'm like, okay, so this means we're gonna solidify what this is. So that's, you know, even if if we ain't, I'm not, no. And the way that they're talking about taking them on the trips, they talking about taking them on a trip from the door. Like, why are you flying across the country to come see me if you don't have no intentions on being with me and being with me? There is no need for you to do that.
But Doc, my question is, how safe is this?
That's not safe.
It's not safe. It's
No,
not
it's
safe
not.
at all. It's not safe at all.
Or wise, if you ask me. But
Right. That's what I like. It's like people don't have
But
that
I
natural
think
fear
that with
of.
the celebrities, I think that the women think it's safe because the person is a celebrity.
So I could fly
Mm.
you out, and then
Mm.
you could just disappear on the way back.
Right?
And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like the natural fear we should have of going somewhere and not knowing is people like the trip is more important. Like, you know what? I know I might die, but pine the party, girl, hot girl summer. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Where is the
Yeah.
So
There's a
if
different
she fly me
mentality.
out, do I got to give it up if she fly me out?
yes.
Yeah.
Daryl, are
we're
you
not for
serious,
sure.
Daryl?
Yes.
We're not
Thank
for
you.
sure.
better-
Wait a
What
minute,
you're
but
saying,
Daryl,
yes.
wait a
Vaughn,
minute.
yes.
The
Yes. She
child
didn't
support
fly you
come with
out
mine.
because
You know what I'm saying? Mine might
she
end
want to
up
see
in
what that
child
thing
support.
do. She want to
No.
see if that thing worked like she thought it did. She saw the gray feather pants and she wanted to fly it out.
Oh, so both of y'all was quick to say, yeah, you gotta give it up, Vaughn, but it wasn't like that when they said they had to fly the girl out. You see how they?
No.
You see this,
I
Daryl?
know.
We're
Hey,
saying both sides. If you're saying it for one, then it's true of you too.
Yeah, I want to see
Put it
both
back on
sides. I
the
want it from
menu.
the front and back. Turn over.
Oh my goodness. See, that's why. You know what?
Right, Ruth. Hey, Ruth,
This
you on to
narrative
something.
will
Hey,
never
turn over
change.
too.
This narrative will never change with that talk.
Well,
We
Ruth,
have
that
to
narrative
debate
is
again. We
that.
have to court again. We have
No. Ruth, that narrative has been around forever. There's no man that saw you said, I want to marry you. Maybe you're different. But most men don't see a woman and say, I want to be with her forever, right? You say, I think she's attractive and I want to put my penis in her. And then we'll see what happens after that.
Some men use that line though right away. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
they
my
will
wife.
too. Because we know
You're
women,
gonna be my wife.
right? Women eat that up. And then they hit it. They don't call you no more. We know women eat that up. So
says the woman who's been married.
But I think what always should have happened
Married.
is people should always take time and get to know each other before they get finished.
Yeah.
And that
Okay,
should
can
be
we
something.
just
But,
say that? Can we agree on that?
Ruth,
woman
that's
that I've
always been
met-
what it should have been. But people
No,
always
let's get
jump the
back
gun.
to it. Let's go back to it.
We
Should
never
be,
got.
not
We never were there. There was never a time where you got to know each other first.
Wait a minute.
back
Wait a
in the
minute.
Tell me
day.
when, Ruth. Tell me.
Back in the day, that's how
No,
we
there was
did
no
it,
time.
Daryl.
There was no time.
Yes, there was a time.
There was no time.
Listen,
Doc,
so
wasn't
Ruth.
there a time where we
Wait a minute, Ruth.
dated, we courted, we cared about other things besides the penis on the menu and all of
Ruth.
that. We cared
No,
about
you
other
didn't.
pieces of
Wait a
you.
minute. I don't know what you did. No man ever was like, I want to date you to get to know you. No, he wanted to have sex with you. That's why I got your number.
He may have wanted to keep you forever, but he's like, I definitely want to
When
smash
he
you.
met you, he didn't want to keep you forever. He wanted to keep you enough to put his penis in you. Then everything else comes later.
I will not believe that.
Hey, I don't know why you think you're special. Why do you think you're so special that somebody wants you when they
All
don't know
women
you? I don't
should
know
think
you.
they're special
Why would you think you're special? I don't know you. You're not special.
because
I
I'm
don't know
favored
you.
and uniquely made.
don't-
I feel special.
I don't know you. All I know is you got things I like on you that I physically.
All the
That's all I
girl
know.
stuff.
And that's okay, but let's put the other things there too. That's all I'm
How can you
saying.
put it there?
Let's get
'Cause
to
again,
know each other. Let's get to like each
Nobody,
other.
men don't care about that. See, remember, we have success every time the dopamine is released. So we're addicted to something, and you are a drug. You're a drug in the beginning. When you're younger too, you are a drug. All we see is right. So our goal, and it's almost it's a natural thing because you want this experience again, especially if you had it once. So when I see you and you got a big butt or nice whatever I like, that's taking over. Now after we do it a couple times, I'm like, if I want to keep you forever, but that I got to get that off when you're younger. As you get older, you change. You know, it's different. But when you're younger, you're controlled by your emotions, and you know
Now,
things going on.
the Daryl.
I'm telling the truth.
He right that men we don't see with our hearts. We never do.
So the goal isn't long term.
So even
this person forever.
So listen. So
Not in the
so
beginning,
to
because we're
so-
drug addicts.
So we're addicts. So
Eh,
to
eh,
balance
eh, eh.
out what he's saying, right? To balance out exactly what he's saying. When you walk into a room, if a man even says she took my breath away, he's still like, she took my breath away, but I want to smash. He don't, even if he really like her, he like, I want her.
That body took my breath away.
And that's
Hey, look, you-
and I think part of it is that's just man. That's just how men are built. No male, everything is like that. That's just the way it is. Now,
I'm so special.
if I talk to you, if men are talking to you and all of that other stuff, and they find and that ain't, man, it take a lot to be like to just sit and talk. It take a lot. It take a lot to be like, all right, that's the one I'm gonna talk to, and yada yada. It take a lot because y'all be drawing, man.
I keep telling you, women aren't charming. You're not charming.
You're not.
You're not.
It's so much
Right?
effort that going on the side of a man to just be like, all right, I'm gonna get to know her, and you talking to her. You talking to her. You gotta control who you are. You gotta control your animal. You gotta control this wolf that's in you.
Right.
You talking
right.
to her. You're trying to figure everything out. You don't want to say nothing that's going to stop you. You know what I mean? That one thing that she ain't gonna like. Because even if I don't see her today, I got to see her tomorrow. I'm trying to see her later. You try to balance all of that out, and y'all still might, and it still might not happen. Like it is a lot of effort.
Most of the time, most men.
But if she's the one, it's worth that effort you're talking.
I don't
about.
know if she's the one. What are you talking about? The one?
How you going to find out if you don't sit and spend a minute?
I'm saying it takes time, but we don't know if she's the one. She eventually becomes the one after she done weeded through all the other ones. She's the last one standing. She's the one now. The one that last.
That's a
wait a
bleak
minute.
picture.
You act
for me
like
to
when you
hear.
meet a
That's a
man,
bleak
he's the one. Is that what women do? When they meet a man, like, oh, he's the one.
Some
Is that what
women
you do?
probably do that.
Man,
Some women
Doc,
probably
is that what you do?
seen their man and say that's the one.
Doc,
Women
is that
might
what
do
you
that.
When you
Okay.
meet a man, you look at him like he's the one.
Doc, I'm finding out more and more about Doc as we talk. I'm finding out more and more. Doc, like I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Leanne, have you met anybody like he's the one?
I need help with this.
Nah.
Please.
Yeah, I can tell you, the one develops. I think they would develop over time after you do get to know them more, after you do bond more, things of that nature. That comes with time, but when you meet somebody, to me, it's mostly physical.
For us, definitely.
I talk to speak for men. I don't know what women, but it's mostly physical, and then
it's up to her. Now that's the part that's on women, because I've said it, always said it. First time on here, stop giving up. Giving yourself so quickly to men, and you walk him. You got to walk him down, basically, and make him respect your bound. Make him respect. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And once he see that, then he could place value on you for himself. He got to place value on you.
So you saying hold off?
Yeah,
I always say that. I always
say
say that.
If we both hold off, take more time getting to know each other, it may work better. But the problem is, too, I know some men now just wait out that time to get it because you're so used to getting it. We got to break that mindset that sex is so important. We make it so important that women got to hold it from us, so we got to get it. That mentality is messing things up. But yes, we do need to get to know each other more without getting so physical first. We get physical so early, and that becomes everything. Once you start doing it, you do it a lot until it's.
And are those men going to wait around? Are they going to be around? Is the next question.
But what Vaughn is saying, like you said, Neil, you got to keep doing it until men start getting that. Like it's going to happen regardless. If I can go to the next girl and get it, then it's not going to work.
And
it has to be something where,
and even still,
you have to want to not do that.
Listen, why would I want to not go to the next girl if she's if they're serving all dinner over here and you got maybe a little appetizer, little kisses? I'm going for dinner.
Look,
so it takes both sides to say we're not going to do this. We're going to try to take more time.
I've always been good at getting to the girl that most people couldn't get at the time. But
how'd it work out for you?
I ended up messing with this other chick and then all this other stuff happened, man. I followed.
There you go.
But yeah, I folded on one. You know what I'm saying? I folded on one, and that got me. You know how that 2% is a mug. But every guy wants the girl that nobody can get. So she starts to place a value, and then he starts to place his own value on her. Every guy wants that girl that nobody can get.
I would say I want a girl when I'm with nobody can get. She may not have to be listen.
That's personal.
Everybody been touched, so we ain't meeting that. But I just want a girl once I'm with her, just like she wants me to be untouchable by anybody else. I don't want somebody in everybody's face. But that being said, it's 1:55. It's been an hour 55. We're done. So, any last words, anybody? Neil, you got some last words. What you gonna say, Neil?
She tight.
Whew, do I have any? I don't have much left.
She over there tight.
Stay away from four wings, fried rice, and penis.
Yeah, it's like I'm not eating Chinese for a while now, but
you the kid.
Look, everybody has a different approach. Listen, everybody has a different goal, right? But I still say we've got to change this narrative. We have to place value on different things now, as well as the sexual attraction. We all understand that. Got that.
Absolutely.
But that's not going to last you. That's not going to give you the longevity, most likely. It's all temporary, as Vaughn has said. And what is your goal? Do you want the temporary addiction fix, or do you want the long-term fairy tale happiness for yourself? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Whatever.
Gotcha. Doc, anything?
That's all I got.
Well, no. You know what I want to say? Some people do want the temporary.
Right.
And that's all right. That's all right.
Just be honest about
okay.
it.
Yeah, just be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say I'm gonna make you my wife
Mm-hmm.
or I want you to be my husband if all you want is the sex or whatever, the trips or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just be honest about what you want.
Women, don't believe pillow talk. Men, don't believe pillow talk. It's not yours.
It's not yours.
You most likely are not the best she ever had. I'm just gonna put it out there. Don't fall for it. Leanne, any last words?
Value yourself. Value yourself.
Right.
Hold your standards. Be okay with if your needs and wants are not being met. Be okay with being alone if that's what it has to come down to.
Vaughn?
Now Leanne depressed me. Damn. I was good to that. Fine, Leanne. I had hope. but no, I agree. We got to place value on everything. And I'm just messing. It's good talk. You got to place value on yourself. You don't place value on yourself, you're going to lose every time. So.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining tonight. Please check out our YouTube, Nothing But Answers. Like, subscribe, share that thing. Check out our Nothing But Answers group on Facebook. It's hot and heavy in there. Don't come in there unless you're ready, because it's crazy in there. If anybody has any topics, please get with us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Leanne, hit the button.